All right, welcome to our Week 2 preview. Welcome to I Hate Fantasy Football. I still hate fantasy football. Josh probably still likes fantasy football.
I love it.
For another minute.
Yeah.
Week 2 is coming.
It is.
Week 2 is coming. This is Crazy MFJR.
That's
I'm
me.
the captain. And we are going to preview Week 2 of the LSHS Alumni Fantasy Football League. Let's go ahead and get right into it. There were some waiver wire pickups.
There
actually
were.
happened today.
Yeah, we're recording
Today
this on a
being
Wednesday.
Yep. We probably won't release this till Saturday.
Okay.
So a couple of days ago, these waivers.
We're in the future. Oh,
that was weird. There's probably going to be some more waivers picked up, but this was the big day for waivers.
Yep.
So, what do you think was the best pickup?
The best pickup I thought was Tom. Actually, had two of them that I really, really liked. He picked up Dorsett from the Colts, who is their third option, but he's really getting just his first real amount of playing time with Andrew Luck, and I think he's a very talented player. He was number one pick in the draft a couple years ago, so I think he's got a lot of potential to do a lot of big things, so I liked him. I also liked Eric Ebron, and that's not just the Lions homer in me. He had a good first week, and I think he's going to continue that to the rest of the season. No Calvin Johnson in Detroit. They're checking down quite a bit, so having a big target over the middle that's athletic that can catch the ball is good. Two more that I liked, and these are actually both yours, surprisingly.
Yes.
I like
win this week. I'm going to win.
I like the Jets D as a pickup. They're going to play Buffalo Thursday night, which if you're watching this later already happened. So you can tell me if I was right or if I was wrong.
I was right.
But I liked it as a pickup because I don't think Buffalo is very good. Sammy Watkins is hurt. Tyrod Taylor is bad. LaShawn McCoy is okay, but what else do you got? So the Jets D I think is going to be good. And I also like Sanu from Atlanta. I think they're going to sling it around a whole bunch because I don't think their defense is very good. They're going to allow a lot of points, so Sanu's going to have to be that second option. They don't have a whole lot else. Their running backs can catch some passes. Julio Jones is going to catch passes, but that's really it. So Sanu's going to get receptions just because he's the guy. He's the guy that's there. They got to throw it to somebody else every once in a while. So I really like those.
I wasn't the only one that went for Sanu. There was 3 of us or 4 of us that went. I just happened to bid the most.
What was the high bid?
I believe it was $2.
$2. Wow.
$2.
Y'all went hard.
Well, there's a couple other $2 bids. I just guess since I was terrible in week 1, I got them.
Did you see how many people I bid on?
I don't think you picked up anybody.
I didn't bid on a single player.
You didn't need to because you're 150 points. So, best pickups, I also agree with you on the 2 pickups that I did, Sanu and the Jets. I really like those pickups.
Hey, so you like something on your team for once, right?
I did, so I think the Jets D is going to do well. Again, we'll find out tomorrow, and you guys will already know. The other pickup that wasn't mine that I thought was good was Eli Rogers.
Okay.
From the Pittsburgh Steelers, Lisa picked him up. He's going to be the Marcus Wheaton of the year. Okay. I think he's going to do well. I think she's going to start him quite often. I think he's going to score some good points for her. And then she has that, that 1-2 combo of Big Ben and
so when
Eli.
Big Ben's good, they're going to be good. When Big Ben is bad, oh boy.
I hope I play her on one of those bad weeks.
I hope Tom plays around one of those weeks.
Yes, that is also true. All right, worst pickup.
That's got to be Gus. Dude, what are you doing? You blew $22 on Jameis Winston, and you bid another, I think, $10 on, or maybe $8 to $10, whatever it was, on a couple other players that I don't even know who they are. You blew 32% of your fab budget on a backup quarterback when you have Aaron Rodgers. When are you going to play Jameis?
1 week.
One bye week is worth
$22.
22% of your total fab, and then 33% overall with a bunch of other scrubs. I didn't get it.
Yeah, and Nelson Aguilar he picked up. That was the wide receiver he picked up.
That's a USC homer pick.
Well, and also
and he wears green.
Well, you're right.
He wears green.
He does wear green. I also had Gus as my worst pickup, but it wasn't either of those two guys. It was, hold on, I got to find his name. Oh, Jalen Marshall.
Okay.
I feel like he thought I dropped Brandon Marshall. I'm not sure what he was going for there because Jalen Marshall, I had to look him up, and he's a Jet, and I like the Jets, and I know the Jets pretty well. I hadn't heard that name, and it sounded vaguely familiar, and it's because it's their return man. So Gus is looking for home run picks with return touchdowns because we don't get return points.
No,
we don't get return yards. We get return touchdown points.
Okay.
So maybe he's going for a home run pick there. I didn't understand it. And not only did he pick him up, but he bid $4 on him.
You really wanted him.
It was awesome.
You really got him.
The Jameis Winston pickup, $22. I thought the part about that, I mean, it might be a good pickup. Maybe he's the next Cam Newton, but $22 cracked me up because the next highest bid was mine at $6. So it was a little bit of a waste of money.
He's never going to play him.
1 week.
1 week.
1 week. There's bye weeks, man.
Hey, it'll probably be the week he plays me.
I certainly hope so. The other worst pickup, though, I mean, Gus's by far was the worst, but I have to say, like, Tom, did you drop Tyrod Taylor? Great job. But then you picked up Wacko Flacco. What are you doing?
Admittedly, he's got a good schedule.
Yeah,
so.
The next couple of weeks it should be good, I guess. He is playing Cleveland coming up this weekend.
So if he's gonna stream, it's okay. I can get it. But
so maybe it's just a 1 week thing or 2 week thing.
We'll see.
Did you see that we had about 4 or 5 of us go after the Ravens defense?
Yeah.
That made me laugh. I tried. I didn't get them, but I got the Jets, so I'm happy with that.
You'll be fine.
The Ravens defense because they're going up against Cleveland.
Yeah. Holy moly.
Is anyone you missed out on? Or, you said you didn't.
I didn't bid on anybody. I looked. I did. Admittedly, it's not because I forgot. I looked, and I honestly could not find somebody that I wanted to drop one of my handcuffs for at this point in the season. We might get there. Devontae Booker had a bad first week, and so I might get to the point where I'm going to look to drop him. If Ezekiel Elliott takes off, I might get rid of Alf at some point. But I'm not there yet. So I might get there at some point. I didn't need to have any of these guys. I like some of those guys, but they're not game breakers.
Yeah, it's weird.
They're just guys.
There's a lot of wide receivers got picked up this week. But there's, again, a lot of wide receivers out there. There's so many that just...
Not in our league, but in a bunch of other leagues. Will Fuller was a good pickup.
Yeah.
Kyle got him on auto-draft.
He did. He
auto-drafted him. That's a guy that I might have looked to pick up. But because Kyle wasn't there, he's got him.
All right, good job, Jordan. Good drafting.
Smart move.
Let's move on. The week 2 preview. Okay. I'm going to turn this over to you. Are there any matchups you see this week that, besides your own, I know you're interested in your own, but besides your own, are there any other matchups that you find interesting?
There's a couple that I'm going to watch everybody's, of course, but there's a couple that really stand out to me. I want to see Kevin play Wahlberger. I want to see Kevin's team. Can they repeat what they did last week? And Wahlberger, is your team going to repeat what it did last week? Because if that's what happens, Jordy's getting rolled. But I think both of those teams are going to kind of come back to even out, and that's going to be interesting. The other matchup that I'm really interested to look at is Gus and Lisa, because you two always seem to have some entertaining comments during your prior matchups. I want to see some text messages and some memes and some jokes and everything else. That always kind of makes me laugh. So
what's the over-under on the Estrada memes? I'm not just going to say Lisa, but like Tom throws them out there too. So what's the over-under on
Tom's
Estrada
the co-signer on this one?
He is.
I'll give it 3.5.
3.5 memes. I'm going to take the over.
I'm not putting any money on that.
All right. Is there anything else you want to wrap up our week 2 preview with?
Well, this is We Hate Fantasy Football.
It sure is.
And because of that, I'm going to just share with you a little bit about another team that I play with. I'm pounding my chest this week for my team, and I have been on all these videos, and I'm likely going to continue to do that. But I do play in other leagues. And so I just want to share with you a roster that lost this week.
Let's hear it.
So listen up. This is just the starters, not the bench. Russell Wilson.
Good.
Adrian Peterson.
Good.
Eddie Lacy.
Good.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Good.
Des Bryant.
Good.
Mike Evans.
Good.
And Jordan Reed.
Really good.
Plus a defense and kicker.
Yeah, but they weren't good this week.
I lost. I hate fantasy football.
All right, well, that'll wrap it up for another episode of We Hate Fantasy Football for MFJR. This is the captain, and we will see you next week. We hate fantasy football.
Bye.